How does it possible?
My name is Domingo Pellicien. I was in Korea in 1951.
Look at me, look at me.
Oh, no, not the camera. Oh, you. It's better we have.
Yeah.
Better than there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, my name is Domingo Pellicien Febres, and I was in Korea in 1951. When I went to Korea, I was 21 years old. And we landed in Incheon. And in Incheon, the ship doesn't go to the shore, stay out the shore. And then we go through 3 roads down to the small landing boat to the shore. And from there, we went into the train. That train had a lot of holes from bullet. And we went, was 2 trains, one going front and one in the back with the troop. So we went to Seoul. From Seoul, we went to the front line. And what I say, I was assigned to the 5th Infantry Regiment, Company L, Rifleman. And in Korea, I thought that was the end of my life. Because I was in combat over there, infantry, and I had a lot of problems. One time, like I say, I was on patrol, and then the American airplane, they was bombing the Chinese, and then they thought that we was North Korean or Chinese, and they came to us to bomb us. So I have like a piece of cloth, this color, like yellow and red. So my sergeant said, my sergeant said, open the cloth. So I opened it, then the plane went out. So that showed that we was friendly. Was no enemy. So they went out. So another time, while I was in Korea, I was on guard about 2 o'clock in the morning. I saw a lot of people moving in the dark about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I took a hand grenade to throw the hand grenade, and they was behind me was like a piece of maybe a tree, and they held my hand, and then the hand grenade went out. So thank God we have a lot of sand back in the front in the hole. So I jumped inside the hole. I jumped, and then if I stay up, my face was disappeared from my head, from my body, and also a lot of time one time I was doing a hole up on the hill, and then while I was doing the hole, there was snow, and the snow jumped, and the Chinese, I don't know, maybe Chinese or no Korean, I don't know, they was watching me with the binocular, and then I heard the mortar come to me. Then I started to run out, so I fell in the floor, in the ground. I started running like a ball down the hill. So thank God, if I stay up, they keep shooting me. But when they see me falling in the ground, they don't stop shooting. And one time also, I was with my friend. We was laying a wire, and then the wire hit we have like a flare. When you hit the flare, the light go up, and the wire fell into the flare, and then the Chinese or Korean, I don't know what, they were looking, and they started shooting with the mortar, and my friend was wounded in the back. So thank God there was a hole in front of me, but I jumped in the hole, and they shoot about 3 or 4 times to my friend. My friend was was a corporal. He was with a Korean guy, soldier, because we have Korean in my company.
Mm-hmm.
We have Korean. Yeah, they call the rock, right?
Yes.
The rock. They were Korean in the company. So in case we have to translate from Korean to English, something like that. So we have Korean in the company.
You remember his name?
One Lee Tae and Chang Soo-ha.
Amazing.
Yes.
That you can remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Did you ever meet them?
No.
Maybe you're gonna go to Korea next month. Maybe you could find them.
Maybe I find them. Maybe they dead by now. Maybe.
No, maybe not.
That's many years. I was 1951.
That would be
Maybe.
Wonderful if you could find them.
Wonderful. And one time we was on patrol, and we walk, and then the guy say, Sergeant, we are too far away from the company. Please, go back to the company. So I said the enemy. I said, because I don't know if it was Korean or Chinese. So they was waiting for us to, so this is the hill, we was walking. So we stop over here, then we said, let's go back. Then we start shooting with the machine gun. But they waited for us to be right in front of the machine gun, so to start shooting. But
did you get wounded?
No, thank God I didn't. Thank God I came back because my mother was praying for me, and she was praying to begin Mary and to Jesus, and thank Jesus. Jesus was with me all the time. So nothing happened to me. I went to Laos, a lot of shooting, but I came out alive, thank God. And also, when I was on patrol, we used to see a little paper with what we call propaganda. They call propaganda like writing in the paper. And the paper say, that was for Christmas time. For like, Christmas time, the paper say, GI, go back to your country. Your family waiting for you. Leave Korean for the Korean, the paper. I used to look at the paper. I said, oh my God. And that made you, because they have a soldier dead on top of the barbed wire. Dead, so that made you, feel down, but forget about that.
Well, I'm so excited you're gonna get to go to Korea for the first time, right?
What now?
Next month?
No, it's the second time because I was there.
Oh, you're going second time?
No, first time I was in combat.
Yes.
Now I go for operation.
Yes. I'm excited for you.
For operation. At that time I was in combat.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Maybe I can meet you there.
Oh man, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Okay. What do you want to say when you go to Korea?
Thank you for the Korean. Thank you.
No, we thank you.
Oh yeah, well,
why
me too,
you think why?
You said you, I said you do.
Well, you don't have to thank Koreans. No, we thank you.
Oh,
right?
Well, I said welcome. I said welcome. I said, 고맙습니다.
고맙습니다. We say 고맙습니다.
You know, I was in Korea. I was in the hospital. I was in Daegu, in the hospital. From the front line, I went sick, and they put me in the hospital in Daegu, and the nurses was Korean nurses. She shaved me, and washed my face, my arm. Then from Daegu, I keep sick, so they sent me to Busan. We said Busan.
Swedish Field Hospital.
Yeah.
You went to Swedish Field Hospital?
There was a ship, big ship.
Yulandia.
Yeah.
Yulandia.
Yeah.
Denmark.
In Busan.
Yes.
Busan. How you say Busan or Busan? How you say?
Busan.
We say Busan.
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 You went to Yulandia in the ship?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
I went. A big ship. And there are a lot of doctors over there. And they took the X-ray of the stuff. The Koreans said,
I visited the Danish veterans.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But that was a ship.
Yes, Yulandia.
Yeah, that was right in the port of Busan.
Yes.
Right there. So I stayed there for 1 week, couple of days. Then say, you okay? You back to the front line. That's all. My God.
But at least, gracias a Dios, you didn't get.
Gracias a Dios estoy aquí porque Dios lo quiso así.
Thank you. I pray that you will continue to have a lot of.
Also, I have a friend of mine, rest in peace. Name was Pedro de Lisa from Ponce. One night he was in Korea 13 months, and they told him you go back to Puerto Rico in 4 days. So one night we had to go on combat patrol, and then he said, captain was American. I've been here in Korea 13 months. Can you let me in the company so I can go back home? He said, I don't care how long you've been in Korea. You don't have to go to fight here. Now we stay home in the company. And he went to the patrol, to the combat, and he was killed right in the chest, 1 bullet. But 2 o'clock in the morning, he was killed.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad you weren't.